We here. We're on. We're live.
I think we're live. I can't tell because I can't
I
see the
love the
screen
surprise on your face.
because I've got the slides on. But yes, we're live and I'm covering the mascot. Brian,
Cool.
how's the video and audio?
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds good. I had it playing on YouTube, so I think we're good. I think we're ready to go. Gosh, I
Okay,
saw it
so
flicker up and it dropped down again, so I hope it might return, but we'll see.
let's do a bit of technical issues. Nothing like a bit of fun. Let's but go. Okay, Andrew, you kick it off. Yours are the first two rounds. So I meant to send you the controls, but I didn't. So I'm sorry. You're gonna have to I'll have to drive through again. But I have sorted it so next time you can drive.
No problem. Well, let's wait just a couple of minutes, let the numbers steady out a bit. So, another pub quiz this evening. Tech questions as usual, mostly. We do have a guest round as well. Hello, Ethan. Welcome to the next round. Hopefully you're ready. I think a few of these questions might be harder than last week, but hopefully you can get them all. I'm sure Eddie is very clear compared to me because I'm going all the way with the internet to Eddie through my rubbish machine, but Eddie's hooked straight up to his and he's hosting the stream. Did you?
Andrew
Yeah.
hasn't bought his fancy camera yet, so that's why. But we'll encourage him to buy it.
Yeah, it's always good to cut your hair. Yeah, so we're doing this all pen and paper. We haven't yet built up the little platform to try and bring everyone a bit more online so that we can have a bit of a leaderboard, but we're still working on that. Hopefully, at some point soon, we'll get that up and running. Do you want to bring up the rounds so everyone can see what the round titles are we're going for? I think it should be
Let's
the
do
next
it.
page.
Okay, 5 rounds this week. Bonus
There
rounds.
are 5 rounds. So we're starting out with general knowledge round. So we had a general knowledge round. We then have our mystery guest, which is sort of another general knowledge round. So we've been given some questions. We will do intros to who's provided those when we start the round. We then have picture rounds this time. So we have a part one and a part two. Um, I think Eddie was so keen last time that the pictures were so good, and he really wanted to put a second picture round in. So we're doing two picture rounds, and then movies, games, TV for round four. We'll have a short break in the middle, a couple of minutes, let everyone grab any drinks or whatever you need to do, nip to the loo, and then we'll go through the answers for the first few rounds, and then we will go into the second half, and same thing, we'll have a short break and then do the answers there too. Uh, I think we should perhaps wait until just 10 past before we kick off on the questions, just allow things to balance out, unless anyone's really keen to get started.
I'm really
I think
keen. Let's do it. Ten
I know
past.
it's,
We're already running late. If you're ready for the quiz, write quiz in the chat, and that would take a few minutes for everyone to write it. So that's I'll buy you a few minutes. Keep me happy because then I get to see some activity. Keep you happy because we wait a few minutes for other people to join. We are going to go quite fast through this round though. Through these rounds, if I remember correctly. Andrew, you were
yeah,
saying I was too slow.
we're going to speed it up a bit. We probably won't repeat the round questions either. I think last time we went through all the questions and we went through them again. I think that was probably a bit over the top doing that. So I think we're just going to go through the questions once off. Be what 15, 20 seconds. So you might want to, if you're not sure what the answer is, scribble down the question on a piece of paper so you can come back to it during the break. But yeah, we're not going to repeat the question, so they'll be up for 15, 20 seconds each, and then we'll move on to the next one. So we'll try and keep the pace a little bit quick. 'Cause I think last time we didn't finish till, I think it was about 11:15 by the time we were done. It's getting
It
quite
was
late.
too long, yeah. So we should try and keep it, to an hour and a half max.
Yeah, I think that's the aim. It's hour and 15, hour and a half. So yeah, we'll kick off in just a moment. So hopefully everyone's got paper, pens, you've got drinks, everything's with you, and yeah, we'll try and get through it fairly quickly.
There is. I want it just as a kind of full disclosure. I wanted to use my new streaming PC and the new software so I could bring up people's comments. And I just realised that before I put the slides on there, I didn't add the bit on so people's chat messages can come up as I select them. So I've got it all ready so I can select them on my other screen. But if I do select them, nothing's going to happen. And if I do that, I will break it. So maybe in the break, I'll try and organise that. So my apologies. Okay, Andrew, is it ready to go? I'm excited.
Go on, I think we can probably begin. I think we're there. Everyone, I'm sure, has got their pens, paper, ready to go. So let's kick off.
Let's do
Round
it.
one, general knowledge. We've tried to give our own sort of rating as well to how difficult we think the round is. This is all because I was bored waiting for ready to add questions, so I started playing around with the layout. So general knowledge. What's question one? Let's go. I can't click through, so I can't take you through these. So I'll go at the speed Eddie writes at. So no, question one, fairly hopefully straightforward one to get us started. What are the names of the companies behind the three main cloud platform providers? So the names and companies behind the three main. There's a little extra of in there that shouldn't have been there. I should have reread all the questions as I wrote them. What are the names and companies behind three main cloud platform providers? That's three company names and three platforms, the things that they run. Okay, let's go to number two. Obviously, if we are going too fast, shout on the sort of the chat. We can slow down a bit, but we will try and go through reasonably quick.
I put my answers in the chat. Brian, don't put the real answers in the chat.
Okay, I think we need to remind everyone, please don't use the chat for giving answers. Pens and
Only
paper.
silly answers.
When we come to do the answers, you're more than welcome to shout the answers out as we do go through the answers. But at the moment, as we're collecting everyone and letting them put them down on paper, let's keep it off there. Cool. What does the acronym IRC stand for? I won't give too many hints. I mean, communication is an important thing these days, right? That's all right, Brian. Right. It's only the first question.
I put my answer in for this one as well.
Oh gosh, have you? I read chat. Oh, that's a bit too close.
It is a bit close. 1 out of 3.
Oh, no. Okay, go on then. What's the next one? What is? Oh, I did this one, Brian. If you get this one wrong, yeah. What is the name and species of the mascot used by Linux since 1996?
And don't write it in the chat.
Yeah, and we're not talking about the temporary mascot they used in, was it 2009? They used a temporary mascot for a couple of conferences. This is the main one that people should hopefully recognise. Let's go question 4. Here we go. What common feature that's commonly found on Apple's iPhones? What did they drop? What feature did they drop from the iPhone 7?
The screen.
Well, yeah. Certainly when you drop it, it had some problems, right? Also, I believe that was the one where if you bent it as well, it had issues.
No, that was the 6, because I had that one. It was my first iPhone ever. I had the 6 Plus, and it bent in my pocket.
So, iPhone 7, what feature did Apple drop? It did cause a bit of an uproar, put it that way.
Oh, I just realised what it is. I won't say.
Okay, go on then. Number 5. Let's move on. What is the name of the material that replaced steel in the 1970s in racing cars? So,
Plastic.
if it should say racing car wheels. Where's the wheel? There's a word missing. This is really terrible, isn't it? Done these a bit too quick. It should say the wheels. The material that replaced steel in wheels in 1970s racing cars. They use something other than steel in the
Wood.
wheels on racing. Yeah, so they were reinforced with steel. What did they change to in the 1970s?
By the way, Andrew, do you know all the answers to your questions?
I hope so. Why? Have you deleted them all?
No, because I don't think I can get up speaker notes the way I'm doing this.
That's fine. I'm sure we can work through it.
Okay.
I have a half decent memory. Here we go. What year did the programming language BASIC first appear? Bakelite from Brian. Wood, Bakelite, plastic. Yeah, they're all good materials for racing car wheels.
What's Bakelite?
Question 6. The Bakelite goes from Oh no, that's terrible.
I'll let Brian answer
Wallace
in the
and
chat.
Wallace and Gromit.
Oh, okay.
That was also. I wouldn't say it was from Wallace and Gromit. It's a real thing, right? But
Okay.
I think that's what makes me think Bakelite is Wallace and Gromit. Anyway, in what year did programming language BASIC first appear?
Brian's birthday. No.
Was born and came out writing BASIC. Yeah, sounds reasonable. Let's go 7.
Oh.
Oh, my head's behind the options. Oh, this isn't good. Hang on, I have to move out the screen somehow. Wrong way.
Oh no. I can't even hide you for a second because I got the presentation full screen. I really need to think this
Yeah.
through.
Here we go. Right. Which of the following is not a role in an IT department? This was a joke between us earlier today because we were being asked some questions, and yeah, I said, "Oh, that'll make a great question later." It'll really confuse people. So, in which of the following is not a role in the IT department? Number 1, a software developer. 2, a test engineer, test automation engineer. Quality assurance testing. DevOps, or service operations. Which one's not a role in an IT department? I'm going to come back now so you can go to the next question.
Okay.
I think there's another one like this as well, so I'll have to nip off the screen again for that one. Oh, hang on a moment. You can't come and say hello at the moment.
Might be debatable. Why do you think that? Oh, when we come back around to the answers, I'll be really interested to know which 2 or 3 that you're thinking of. Okay, yeah. Jose, hold that thought. We'll come back to that.
Question 8. What does the error 404 represent on a web browser? What does the error 404 represent on a web browser?
Success. Wrong answers in the chat. Let me think. Deleted. Oh, the the teapot, right? Teapot. That's the one. That'd be 509. Was that conflict? I can't remember.
9.
My
Right,
age.
bedtime for the kids at the moment, so I'm having to jump up every now and then.
No
Go on,
problem.
next. Go 9.
Okay. Oh yeah, you have to move out of the way for this one.
Way again, this way. Right. How many values can a single bit have? Giving you a couple of options. Is it A2, B4, C8, or D10? How many values can a single bit have? A2, B4, C8, or D10? Okay.
4.5.
Last question for this round. What have we got? Here we go. Hopefully something to finish on a high. Hopefully most people will have this one. What does USB stand for?
I'm really upset I don't have that ability at the moment to put the comments on. There's some really good wrong answers. I really want to add those.
Country code for phone and Mars.
Less than 0 was really good. They're getting better. The wrong answers are getting better and better. We should maybe do a quiz round where it's the worst wrong answer wins.
Well, we could have also added what's a quark rather than a bit as well. That's where everyone's going now. But yeah, what does USB stand for? I think that's probably us done for round 1.
It's pretty good. 20 minutes. Nice.
10 minutes, right? That's not too bad.
About 10 minutes. Yeah, that's true actually.
Fast. Cool. So we have our mystery guest round.
And he's in the
I
chat
think
as well.
he's with us this evening, Brian. Thank you for providing us with some questions. We've rated these really hard because Brian provided them, so we know they're going to be difficult, right? We're hopefully excited. Nice general knowledge round from Brian. We popped up his Twitter on there as well, so feel free to check Brian out. He gets involved in lots of community things, tech events. Very much a specialist when it comes to Linux as well, but as he always reminds us, he gets involved in far more than just Linux.
Yes, he does remind us of that. And his questions weren't around tech. So, Brian, you broke my heart a little bit. I was hoping for some tech questions, but they weren't tech. So, this round is Brian's round. So, if you love it, say hi to him in the chat. If you hate it, say hi to him in the chat. Okay.
I have to apologize to Brian for using the photo. I think that was one I grabbed off Slack of him. So you didn't provide us with a photo in your slides. So okay, go on, Eddie. You want to go through these?
Do I? I think Brian should go through them. What is the capital of Peru? And it is not Linux.
P.
It begins with P.
No, I'll wait for you to catch up. Capital letter of Peru is P.
Did I say capital letter?
First letter in the word Peru.
No, but what is the capital of Peru?
P. Never mind.
It's been a long day. Go easy on me. Okay, question number 2. What is the English name for the famous dessert wine from Portugal?
I'll tell you this, Eddie doesn't bring enough back for me. That's what it is.
I bring so much back. I've got a whole cupboard full. You never collect them. Literally, I throw them away because they expire after like 5 years. You don't come and collect them.
I'll drop round tomorrow. I'm allowed to do that now, right?
Oh, now that I've built my PC, you're meant to come and help me build it. Okay. What is the English name for the famous dessert wine from Portugal? What year did the Berlin Wall fall?
It looks like I could be drinking it though.
What year did the Berlin Wall fall? Brian, I don't even know what happened last week. I'm supposed to know what happened in 19... Yeah, I don't know when it was.
I thought they're still building it.
I think it was was it 1990s? I don't know. Damn, I'm bad at Portuguese civilian for not knowing. Jose, I forgot you were from Portugal. Yeah, but you probably just call it wine. You don't call it what the
Okay.
English call it. I'm not giving it away.
What
Okay.
I'm drinking now.
Number 4. Who is the head owner of Amazon? Andrew, who's sitting over there. Am I pointing the right way? I can wait for YouTube to catch up.
Little known fact, eh? Sitting over there, I think you're pointing the wrong direction there.
Am I?
Because you're...
That way?
I have to point like the opposite direction. That's
Oh
it,
yeah,
you're right.
I didn't flip it. Okay, that way. Andrew's that way. My bad. I was pointing at our mascot instead.
What's next?
Okay, where does the name Chicago originally come from? Oh, that theatre show maybe. No?
You're thinking about the dancing ladies, are you?
It's the Family Channel.
I know it is.
Brian, I hope you know these answers because I can't get to the speaker notes, so you have to put the answers in the chat.
Oh, it's all right. I've got the answers. I'm good.
Okay, what do pre-Columbian Mexico and ancient Egypt have in common? They all had the iPad. No?
They communicated in hieroglyphs.
No, they all use. This is Brian, right? It's dead giveaway. They all use Linux. Who wrote the book? I can't even say that name. Don.
I think you can give the answer to this one as well.
How can I give the answer? I can't even read the question.
I mean, when we get to giving the answer.
Why is it even harder?
Don Quixote?
Quick song.
Quixote?
Where's that from? Is that South American? There's a lot of South American kind of theme going
Spanish
on, Brian. Yeah. Where does black tea originally come from?
The black part there is important, right? Black tea.
Or maybe it's a trick. We have a Dead Sea, we have a Red Sea. We have a Black Sea, don't we? I don't know, maybe it's a trick there. It comes from the sea. Think of Kikox. I don't know what that is. Code Alive. I think it's trying to help me, but I'm getting confused. Number 9. What is the name of the Greek god of war? Andrew! I'm pointing the right way this time,
Everything
hopefully.
answers me, eh?
Or Linux.
I think Eddie. He looks like it. Eddie looks like him. Certainly with the haircut at the moment.
All Brian's questions are tricks. Oh. So, Greek god of war. There isn't one. Got it.
It wasn't Greece.
What does the
Rome.
word what does the word pravda mean, and where was it a newspaper? You got too many words in these questions. Like seriously, and you can't invent words. Pravda, I'm guessing like Russia or somewhere. You wait till my like picture round, not Andrew, not part one, not Andrew's round, picture round 2. It's going to be really easy then, although Andrew said it was quite hard.
Well,
So
hopefully my one will laugh. So the picture round I did was all about generating laughs. The one you've done is going to make people cry.
yours I thought was really hard, but let's see. It's coming up next, I think, right?
Yeah. Hopefully it'll be fun for people. The picture round.
Bam, bam, bam! Picture round. We need sound effects.
I was going to say that's all you can do for this is sound effects because they're just pictures, right? I can't really explain the picture.
What do you have to
So
do?
we're going to have to go through. So the idea, as the title's slide here says, so we're going to go through some emojis. Some of them are on their own. If it's on its own, we're looking for what would that emoji's name be. So if I was looking it up on, I don't know, Slack or something, and I wanted to type in a certain emoji, what would be the name for that emoji? Or in some cases, you string together a couple of emojis, right? And people make sentences out of that. So if there's more than one emoji on the screen, we're looking for a sentence or a phrase that that those emojis might mean. Okay, so hopefully people are up to speed with the millennials. I certainly know I'm not very good when it comes to writing a string of emojis to make a sentence, but I know what most of them on their own are. So this will be an interesting round to see. I think it's fairly easy. Eddie thinks it's hard, so I only gave it
Really hard.
two badges,
It's like
but maybe
5
5.
plus 2.
We didn't really rate these together. We should have rated them together. Okay. So there is a hint to go with it. I think everyone knows very well this is definitely Eddie's YouTube face. That's the hint for this one. Oh, look at that. He can almost do it. The wrong eye's open, though.
You're going to say that.
There you go. Perfect.
The poop.
You never know, Brian. You never know.
But Coda Live's asking about the app. No, it's not ready yet. Sorry. It will be ready soon. Grab that tongue, right?
We've managed to do a few more hours on it this week, but yeah, we've got a bit more to go. We've started designing things up for it. What's next? Oh, look at this. It could be Eddie as well.
It's Andrew!
But it also could be Pinocchio, right? It's me. Definitely me. When it comes to giving the answers to these questions,
These are so hard. I wouldn't know what to type for this one. When I do, I'm probably going to use it a lot.
it's been hit with a baseball bat. Wild one. I don't know. Here we go. The only hint we're going to give you here is no, the answer is not COVID-19. Apparently some people have started calling it that, but that's not what we're looking for here. That will not win you any points today. We're not speaking about COVID. We shouldn't really have written it down. It's not really an evening. The whole reason we're doing this or started doing this was because of the blooming virus going around, but that is not what this emoji is about. Oh, Brian, it's only going to get worse for you, I'm afraid, because that was probably the last of the easy ones here.
What? I don't even know these. Oh,
Okay, go on, number 4. Let's see who can get this one. Although it's not. We're not quite there yet. Another one of the easy ones, just to warm you up. What's this? What's the name given to this? They're not. There's no trick. It's a pretty straightforward one.
Brian, you like my round. It's got lots of like old movies and TV series and stuff and games. You'll like those. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I got you.
This is one for the younger generation, perhaps. Here we go. Right now, we're looking for a phrase of some sort. The hint there doesn't give it away too much. The hints are more kind of just jokes, they're not really hints.
Oh, really? Oh,
What's that?
okay.
My daughter walked in when I was doing this one, and she thought it was it Monkey Bee or something?
But that'd be reading it from the right to left, is not reading left to right.
I don't know. I don't quite understand how some of these sentences were. Like I said, I'm a bit new to this. I had to look up a couple when it came to doing these, and some of them do look like they read the opposite direction. So, obviously, make your best guess. We'd love to hear what the best guesses here are.
Yeah, put wrong answers in the chat still. I love those wrong answers. Wrong answers.
Certainly for these ones could be quite entertaining. The wrong answers. Yeah, and this is where we need George Clooney to save us. So for those who know what this is, you'll get the reference quite quickly.
I do not get this.
Like you're going to survive the storm. Ooh, maybe I gave a bit too much away there.
Lucky I switched over in time.
Here we go. Next one up. Yeah. Everyone having fun? Hope you're enjoying this. Not too difficult, are they?
I haven't got one of these.
Well, think about what sort of thing would a thumbs up generally mean,
A-okay.
and then what's associated with the plant leaf there. You put the two together, and
I don't know,
you
you
get a
lost me
sentence.
at plant leaf.
Okay, well, maybe there'll be a lot of of course when the answers come through for these.
Okay.
Go on then, next one. Well, you can make some good guesses on this.
This one's quite funny.
And actually, we got quite lucky today. We made an order from the to get delivered to us today, and because we weren't sure if any toilet roll was going to appear, we ordered 4 different brands. All 4 lots arrived, so we've got stacks of toilet roll all of a sudden now, having run out a few days ago and been going, oh, what do we use? Tissues, whatever. uh, yeah, quite literally, where is the bloody toilet roll? There's definitely something being shouted around there.
Wowza.
Well, what do you reckon that could be?
Apples and oranges.
Something. Well, that's reading it quite literally, yeah. But they're the same, right?
Yeah, ish. Depends if you're using double equals or triple equals.
They're using arrows. We're swapping them. Interchangeable.
So don't get
Okay.
these. Okay. Ready, last one? Ready?
Try an easier one. That's it, I'm done. Thanks for watching.
I don't get it. Yours are so hard. My round coming up is so much easier. I can't remember
Okay.
what
I
the
thought
word.
you were around. We need to get a few more test guinea pigs on some of these, perhaps. The kids seem to quite like these. I don't know. I did show them a couple. And they did get a couple, so
Okay.
I think it's just an age thing, perhaps.
Oops.
I would certainly
Okay.
struggle with it. Okay, there we go. That's the first 3 rounds. Hopefully we didn't lose anyone too much with that. But we'll take a couple of moments. You know, think back. If there is a particular question you'd like us to put back up on the screen, we can jump back to it quickly. But otherwise, in a couple of minutes, we will go through the answers for those first few rounds.
Okay, while you're taking a couple of minute break, I want to see if I can get the social thing up. I don't want to bust it. But everyone will see me making changes because I'm sharing the screen.
You can't do much. Just cope without it this evening. You'll be fine.
I want it.
We'll get it there for next time.
I'm losing most
You've got a drink.
questions. Jose, you'll get the next 2 rounds. I promise. Like, if you know movies from like movies and games and TV series from like 80s, 90s, and up to recent, you'll be fine. Like hacker geeky movies and games and stuff, you'll be fine. And mine are picture rounds. Mine are just pictures. Well, actually, Andrew's are pictures and his are really hard. But mine are like real pictures. So let's see.
Just
Although Andrew
little
thinks
bits
mine
of.
are hard.
And Eddie gives you like a letterbox picture. That's why you get rather than here's a picture. Eddie says, there's a picture that everyone can identify. So let's just give them this tiny little bit of it. Right, you'll see
That's,
more soon.
that's true, actually. I do give you only part of the picture, but if people are stuck, I can make it. I can make it a bit bigger. That is very true.
Actually,
Right,
I think
everyone.
depending on how I think
Sorry,
that
go on.
question was, you make the depending on how easy you can get it, you've made it less visible to people. So the ones that you think are hard, you've
True.
given more pictures. There's a bit of bias going on there as well.
That's true. But I got no. I think in those 3 rounds, I'm lucky if I got one right. How about when we go through these 3 rounds now, giving the answers, I give my answer first, so everyone can laugh at me. What do you think? And people can write it in the chat as well. No one's cheating, right? You've got to keep the correct score. So let's go back to the beginning.
You could have clicked the answers thing. I did do a little auto jump link in the document, but I didn't have a chance to tell you about that, so never mind.
Oh.
Okay, let's go. Slide 4. Begin general knowledge. We'll go through these fairly quickly. So, what are the names of the companies, the names and companies behind the 3 main
I
cloud
think we
platform
all
providers?
know this because Brian wrote it in the chat.
And then, what are we looking for, Eddie?
GCP, AWS, and Azure.
By
I want to hear about Microsoft, Amazon, and Google. I think Brian put a fourth one in there.
I don't remember. I didn't. I
Don't
didn't
know.
quite get a chance
Heroku
to read
doesn't
it.
count. DigitalOcean doesn't count.
It's all right, Brian. Picture round. I always do terrible on picture rounds. So yes, the answers was Microsoft with Azure, Google with GCP or Google Cloud Platform, and Amazon with Amazon Web Services or AWS. We might give half a point if you put down Firebase as well with Google, because I know some people seem to think that Google is Firebase, not GCP.
Hmm.
Okay, next one. What does the acronym IRC stand for? Eddie,
Internet
you know this one.
Relay Chat.
Correct. Internet Relay Chat. Next up, number 3. Go on, you must know this one too, Eddie. What's the name and species of the mascot used
It's,
by Linux since 19...
it's the Tux Penguin, right?
Yes, it's Tux the Penguin. However, in 2009, they temporarily tried out something called Tuz, who was a Tasmanian devil. Um, they tried out using. It was Linus Torvalds apparently was trying to support the potential extinction of the Tasmanian devil.
Oh.
But yes, the answer we're looking for was Tux the Penguin. Right, number 4. The common feature an iPhone dropped. It was dropped from the iPhone.
I remember this one. So I was thinking, what could it be? And I remembered, wasn't it the headphone jack?
Yes, that's right, the headphone jack.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
number
next up.
5.
What's the name of the material? And this, there's the word wheel missing from here, but what was the name of the material that replaced steel in 1970s, in the 1970s in racing car wheels? The answer we're looking for, Eddie, is
Was it aluminium?
no. That probably wouldn't be a very good thing to use.
Well, because you have alloys, right?
So we're looking at reinforced wheels, right? So reinforced wheels, steel's quite, but what else do they use for reinforcing things? Think motorbikes and armor that people wear.
Kevlar.
There you go, Kevlar.
Oh, really? I didn't
That's
realise
what we're
that.
after.
Oh, Brian says
Somewhere on
carbon
the
fibre.
carbon fiber. Yeah, carbon fiber is a bit brittle, but it is strong. Right, next question was the year that the programming language BASIC first appeared.
Guessing
Bonus
like
points if you know what BASIC.
75? Maybe 81.
You're not.
81.
Yeah, you need to go down a bit. Go down.
Really? From 81 or from 75?
75. Keep going down.
Wow, 72?
Down.
71?
I'll stop you guessing. It's 1964.
Wow. That's some old
Well done,
shit.
Brian. This is very old. And for those who want to know, BASIC stood for Beginner's All-Purpose Symbolic Instruction Code. It was
Really?
1964. Yeah.
Wow.
And number 7, which of the following is not a role in an IT department? It's certainly
Oh
something
yes.
people could it's
Sorry,
something
go on.
people could debate. I'd love to reckon the answer is
Yes, I'm not going to
before
answer.
Eddie
Andrew,
said.
don't answer. Okay, so Jose, you had a couple of answers. So let me know. Everyone, put your answers in the chat. I need to see one, two, three, four, or five, or multiples, like I think some people were implying. Andrew, you might need to shuffle to the side slightly. Um,
Oh, sorry, I'm in the picture again. Yeah.
Service operations, Jose. Okay. DevOps by Brian. Any other takers? By the way, while we're thinking of other people, or waiting for other people to think and write their answers in the chat, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. It really helps the video. And if you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe as well. And click the bell button so you can get notified when we do more videos, be it coding, quizzes, variety of stuff. Now, DevOps for me is part of IT like CI/CD. Remember, it's not a role in the IT department. So CI/CD isn't a role either. It's something you do, but it's not a role. I
Well, I think we
think
should move forward.
let's
The
move
answer, Eddie.
forward. The answer is number 4. DevOps is not a role. Even if recruiters have sold it to companies that it is a role, it is not a role. It is a culture.
Correct. Very, very misunderstood the whole statement of DevOps. It's a real shame. It has a very great meaning behind it, but very misused. Number 8, then. What does the error 404 represent on a web browser?
It's not the
Error
teapot.
404, Eddie, what is
Not found.
this? At that moment in time, I had to disappear, and you probably couldn't find me either
Andrew was
when we asked the question.
404.
Yes, so the answer is page not found. Next up, number 9. Please move a little bit
Wait a
quicker.
second, wait a second, wait a second. Is it page not found or resource not found? Because it's on the API as well, right?
Uh, yeah, resource not found I'd accept as well. I'll
Okay.
give you that.
I said 4.5. People said 0. Obviously, we're only saying wrong answers. It's 8,
A
right?
bit. 8. Ah. So you're thinking byte.
Oh
A
my
byte
god,
has
yes!
8.
Yes, it's 2.
Byte has bit. Bit has 2. Yeah, true
Yeah.
and false. One, true and 1.
I should know that. I'm an electronic engineer.
Cool.
Brian says page, not resource. But on the API, it says 404, and that's not a page. That's my only
Right, Jose,
thinking.
what does USB stand for?
I don't know. Isn't that universal service bus? Then that's probably wrong. Something bus?
You're close. Universal something bus.
Storage bus? But it's not just for storage. Not service.
It's a port. Most people call ports. Most ports have the word serial in them.
Socket. Oh,
It's a
serial.
universal serial port, universal serial bus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got 2 out of 3. That's pretty good. Universal and bus.
And for room 404, I think that's correct, Brian. Yes, a little bit of
What do you mean
trivia
the
there.
room 404? Is that like a movie or something?
Um, is it a film first or a TV show first? Brian will correct us. Correct, Ethan. Serial bus. Yeah, that's right.
Cool. Right. Brian's mysterious round.
Brian's right. I would say we get Brian to type all these in, but the delay seems to be about 10 to 15 seconds. So,
I can't remember if we did low latency or not. Yeah, we did, but yeah, it's a little bit long.
capital of Peru, Eddie. What did you reckon it was?
No idea. It's Peru, isn't it?
Lima.
Oh, Lima.
Answer is Lima. Lima. Room 404 at CERN. Ah, right. Yes, of course. That would make a lot of
Okay.
sense. I knew room at 404 was associated. I just couldn't remember the detail behind it. Number 2. What's the English name for the famous dessert wine from Portugal? You know this one.
Porto comes
Well,
from
that's the place.
No, but it comes. It's
Port.
port. It comes
That's probably
from
what
Porto. Yeah, port.
there's the English name. We would call it port. But yeah, you would still call it Porto. That's where it comes from.
Okay. What year did the
The
Berlin
year when
Wall fall?
you had a guess at this earlier. What was it you said?
I have a feeling. I'm trying to think. I remember as a kid. I remember like my parents being happy it was on TV or whatever. That it was all falling, but I must have been really young. So I'm guessing late 80s.
Yeah, it was the year my sister was born.
I don't know how old Sarah is. I'm guessing 89.
It was 91.
Was it 91? Okay.
Big old gap between me and my sister. Okay, number four.
Isn't that dude Jeff? My name's Jeff.
Head of
You remember that from the movie?
his name, I'm sure Ethan knows, is Jeff Bezos. Bezos. Everyone pronounces it slightly differently, I've noticed.
Brian's laughing at my answers. Yeah, I was saying Porto, but I was joking. I knew it was Port. Obviously, I go there like every month, and
To say,
hence all the extra bottles of wine that I bring for Andrew and doesn't want them. And then, I take them to London, and he doesn't want to carry them. So he's like, I don't want to carry them. And then 89. Don't laugh at 89. I was pretty close. I got Jeff right. My mate Jeff.
okay, the name Chicago originally come from. I learned something new with this one earlier because I'd never, well, I probably learned something new with a few of them. I just vaguely knew what they were before, but this one had no idea about. So the answer from Brian for where does the name Chicago come from? Apparently, it's a Native American word. So I guess you don't have to write down it was a Native American word, but it comes from either the word smelly or a stinky onion.
Really? Okay.
Next time you can go around asking people about their stinky onions and why they're all so smelly. Sorry, I don't believe that at all. That was the people in Chicago. You're very nice. Um, okay, number six. What does pre-Columbian Mexico and ancient Egypt have in common? I think the focus here is probably on Egypt. That's the one everyone would probably recognise and think of first,
There's
as
some
far as what they
pyramids.
have. Yes, pyramids is the answer.
Yes. Good guess. Oh, who wrote the book of the name that we cannot pronounce?
Yeah, this one I still don't actually probably. I haven't learned anything with this one because it will go straight out my head the moment I said it. But yeah, was it Don Quixote? I can't even pronounce that. I leave my brother here. He can pronounce these kinds of crazy words. And I'm not even sure I can pronounce the answer, so I'll apologise. But I'll try and read it out. It's Miguel de. Here we go. Cervantes. Miguel de
Cervantes.
Cervantes, also known as Saavedra. Saavedra.
That's the question that no one's going to get. Brian, that
It
was
was
too
pretty close,
hard.
Brian.
The chat's all Brian now because these are all so hard. Where does black tea originally come from? I don't know.
Where does most tea come from? I suppose you have to think. Most tea comes from China, so, or at least the China region, anyway. So the answer is China.
Okay.
What is the name of the Greek war? You know this one, Eddie. You must know this one.
No.
War.
Oh, I do know this. It's from yeah, Brian gave me the clue in the chat. I didn't twig Wonder Woman. It was the one that she fought at the end, where she used
Yeah,
the God Killer, which wasn't the God Killer because the sword broke. Um,
he was the god.
she was the God Killer. I can't think.
He was an
Ares. Nice one, Jose.
Arab.
Nice. For mystery round, last but not least.
What does the word Pravda mean? And where was it a newspaper? I think the moment you sort of think about the word Pravda and the pronunciation of it, you can probably make a guess of the region it's from. But the word itself means, Eddie, what do
Don't know.
newspapers never give you? What do newspapers never give you?
Truth.
Correct. So
Really?
Pravda means that's the meaning of the word is truth. I'm glad that not my clue there gave it away so
That's a
easily.
very good clue because newspapers are full of bleep.
And the newspaper itself was in the USSR. So a bit of a funny thing there to say that the word truth and USSR were busy running a newspaper saying it was the truth, effectively. Apparently it was initially published as well. The first place it was published was in St. Petersburg.
Okay. Andrew's picture
Okay,
round. Okay, didn't get one of these.
Brian. I was going to say thank you very much, Brian, for the questions. If anyone would
Yes.
like to give us a round of the week, please get in touch, and you're more than welcome. I have said to my daughter, if she fancies it, she could perhaps do us a round on sort of anime or something, because that's something she's really keen on. It has that geek crossover to it. Um, but yeah, the picture round then. So we'll go through these reasonably quickly. I don't think I need to say too much. You can see the picture. So the answer to this one is, I'll take two answers here, either zany or goofy is
Trying to say
name given to that.
I'm goofy.
Or a
I'm a
little bit
serious
zany,
one.
are you? Maybe this evening, because you're looking a little bit off to this evening. So we have the opposite of the truth now. We had the truth earlier. This one is called liar, or I'd take lying as well as an answer.
I didn't know that.
Pinocchio knows that giveaway, liar. Yeah. I tried to use some of the less common ones, perhaps, I suppose. So the next one, whilst it looks like a
The C
virus, I
word.
would accept virus. Like COVID was a bit of a hint there. Yes, it's not COVID, but a lot of people apparently are using it now and referring to it as COVID-19. But it's either a cell, a germ, or a virus. Any one of those three is an acceptable answer.
I was going to say germ. I got one maybe. Oh,
Right, you
shh,
can
I
get the next
busted
one.
it.
Oh,
You're
go on,
about
you can get this one.
don't hit escape. Peanuts?
This one, it is what it says on the tin. Peanuts. Yeah, peanuts is the answer. Nice, hopefully straightforward one. Before we went into the slightly harder ones. So this one, I love putting this hint together because I was trying to think what's the closest hint. So we hope the kids are behaving, and the answer, Eddie, is
Behaving?
read it as you see it.
Be
Be
quiet.
be quiet. Correct.
Oh, it is.
There we go. That's the
Nice.
key. It's just you pretty much have to read it as you see it. Be quiet. Next one, the hint was where's George Clooney to save us? I did give away one of the words earlier because the second part to it is storm, but George Clooney was in a film called Eddie,
No idea.
The Perfect Storm or A Perfect Storm would be fine as well.
Okay.
So the OK is perfect and then storm.
Got you.
Perfect or correct, right? Is the little hand symbol. I think normally it's an OK actually is what it would normally be on its own. Okay, next one. So this one, thumbs up. So yes, and then a four-leaf clover. What's a four-leaf clover often give you?
Luck?
Was said to give you, yeah. So put the two together.
Thumbs up luck. Yes, luck. Good luck.
Good luck. There we go. Good luck.
Got there eventually. I need the good luck.
This one, I think this was the hardest one. The next one,
Sick,
I just thought it was
sad.
quite funny, and I put it.
Oh no, soon gonna poop.
So this one, you have to kind of mash it together as to more a feeling than putting all those symbols together. So the answer that apparently would be correct, and I had to look this one up. Well, I actually looked up the whole string of this rather than knowing that string because I'd never seen that string. But the answer was I feel or I am nauseated. that's why I thought that was the hardest one. But something similar to those lines is probably acceptable because I'm sure for those millennials in the room, they probably have about 20 different things that could mean. But the answer that I found was that I am or I feel nauseated. Next one. You were halfway there with this earlier. Do you want to make a stab at it or shall I?
No, to put me out of my misery.
Comparing apples with pears.
That's
Sorry,
pretty
apples with
close.
oranges. Pear. Comparing apples. Oh, dear, now I'm getting tired. Right, which simply goes to the next one. So the final one here
I'm
is
off to bed.
correct. Well, close enough anyway. I'll give you that. It's going to bed.
Going to bed.
Yeah.
Nice.
Something that we should probably have another 2 rounds of questions to get through. We want to get through them in the next 30 minutes, right?
We will. We'll go through them
Right.
fast.
How did everyone do? Hopefully you're not feeling too stressed by it. Hopefully you got some of those answers.
And the next one, oh, answer so far. That's what we just did.
So now we're on to movies, games, and TV.
Are you
Because the last
ready?
round's a picture, I think I'll let Eddie read through these 2 rounds because you can probably do this without me, right? I'll just I'll rib you a bit on it.
Yeah, that's fine. You know the answers, right? But anyway, not doing answers yet. So, number one, in the 1988 Hackers movie, what are the two main handles? I started off with a hard one. This was supposed to be my last question, but actually, not putting it first. Knackered, got 0. Same as me, Brian. Don't worry, it's cool. We're old and we're tired. We got 0. You'll get some of these ones coming up. Don't worry. So I'll give a clue. Angelina Jolie was in it. Newer movie now. In Die Hard 4, the hacker thought what was happening was impossible and called it a door handles. Right. If you need a clue, let me know. Remember, bad answers in the chat. In the
I've
movie
brought someone to
Black
help.
Hat. Oh, sorry, Andrew.
Oh, I brought someone to help me answer these questions. He was scratching at the door, so I had to let him in.
Buddy. Okay, buddy, this question's for you. It's a bug. Um, in the movie Black Hat, the main character hacks the CIA by... How does he hack the CIA? I can accept a
Must be a
few
dog.
answers here.
He sent in the dogs.
Now, that was movies, now on to a bit of games. We had a Sonic one last quiz, and I couldn't remember what it was, so I tried to pick something slightly different, but I think I might have picked the same question. Who is Sonic's enemy? I think we had friend last time, right, Andrew? Bruce Forsyth.
Did we have his friend?
I think it
His,
was.
his friend was Tails. Sonic
Yeah,
and Tails.
I think so. We had last time, so I picked enemy this time. Name 5 Mario characters.
5, blimey, there's like 50 or 100. There's so many here. How are we going to give that answer out?
Yeah, but oh yeah, that's true.
Okay, there's only 5 that you've got to get the same 5 that we read off.
No, well, we'd have like 10.
Okay.
What was the
Should have put
objective? Sorry, go on.
sorry, go on. Maybe we should have put a list up on the slides for the answers you could have for that. But that's fine.
I do in the speaker notes. I have 10 answers.
Okay. Cool.
Pizza, garlic bread. What was the objective of the game Frogger?
I thought it was called Crossy Road.
Crossy Road. That was like the knockoff version. Duck Hunt was released on which console first?
Oh, yeah, I remember playing this. I really wanted
Pew
to get the gun
pew!
for it.
Pew pew! Yeah. The light gun. We have a clue there.
What?
What do things... That doesn't make any sense. What do things? I mean, it's meant to read, what can you do with a banana in Mario Kart? Flock a cat. Love the wrong answers. What things can you do with a banana in Mario Kart? It should be two. Oh, what two things, not do things. It's meant to read, what two things can you do with a banana in Mario Kart? Two. Not one,
Three
two.
things.
Three?
There's only two of the three.
I didn't know there's a third one, so I look forward to hearing your answer on that one. In the series, Mr. Robot, what did the FBI agent hold up and say, I have his hard drive, but he was actually holding? Give you a clue. There's lots of cables. That's too much of a clue. Damn it. Scrub that.
Oh, you go on and on about this one. I just remembered. Every time, like I'll see something that's wrong, and you'll always reference this particular one.
Last one of this round. In the series Silicon Valley, what was the name of the server? And we even have a friend called this name as well.
So he's a friend of ours that isn't here.
He isn't here. Okay, before we go on to the next round, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell button to get notified. Right. Next round, picture round, but with real pictures that are cropped and really hard to see what they are.
With parts of real pictures. I
It's
think
true.
that's what you need to say. Parts of
Cavity, a
real
little
pictures.
star. And some of these answers we have covered in kind of the previous round, so there's a bit of a relationship there. So what movie is this from? I just realised the writing in there with the 5 and the E and the X, it looks like sex. And
What?
kill.
Oh, I can see kill. That's what I see. Kill and Lord and secret.
In secret, and then sex on the
But yeah,
top, sex
I think
6.
oh, I trust you to notice that.
It was the first word right at the top. So yeah, which movie is this from? And I will expand this picture out when we come to do the answer so you can see it. Which movie or TV series, I'll give you a clue, it's TV series, is this from? And if I just kind of uncropped like 1 more centimeter, you'd know what it is immediately. That's how close it is. It's probably a hard one. And again, we have had some questions on this TV series. Just think back to what we've had, and I have had a relationship between the 2 rounds. This is an easier one, but I'll give you another clue, it's not a British movie. But it's a very good movie. It's all hacker kind of
Like
movies.
like a horror to me.
No, it's not a horror. I purposely chopped the main character's face off because it gives it away again. So which movie is this?
Harry Potter. Yeah, I think it could be.
I'll give you a clue. It's actually a German movie, but it's on Netflix and Love Film, and it's really good. Lots of hacking. This one's dead simple. Everyone must get this one. Which movie is this from? Andrew, you got this right.
I know what it is, but it took me a good 30 seconds to figure it out until I had to then go and double check that I was right. But yeah, you can figure it out, but it's not a quick one. You have to take a moment and try and extrapolate the rest of the image in your head.
Das Boot. Das Boot. I'll give you a clue. There are 3 of these movies. 1, 2, and 3.
I might call it a trilogy.
Or one of those. Which movie is this? And I purposely left like the phone in there to show that it's really freaking old. This is like pre-dial-up. I don't even know why you had to put the phone down on it to make an internet call. So old. He's powerful. Yeah, it's so true.
Classical pictures like the yeah, it should have been, shouldn't it? Paintings and yeah, some Monet.
Okay, this is more of a modern movie.
Well, this one I couldn't get.
This one's quite hard, but if I made it any bigger in any direction, you'd know what it is immediately. So it's a more modern movie based on a war. That's a massive clue.
Things that look the same.
And it's based in the UK. Not in the movie was made in the UK, I don't know, but like it was based in the UK. This one I thought was quite funny. And again, we what was it, Andrew?
I was just looking at Brian's comment, a pizza movie. It does look like the chap's eating a pizza or something.
Which
Previous
one?
one.
This previous one.
Anyway.
This one. Okay. Number 7. Which movie is this? And yes, we have mentioned it before as well. I've left
Star
the
Wars.
picture quite big. Star Wars. That's like a trick. I did a Brian trick question here. But it's a hacker movie. These are all kind of hacking, geeking movies.
Look like the Mandalorian to me.
It's the what do you call it? I can't think of the name now. What's the main ship in Star Wars?
But you're thinking bounty hunters, I assume.
No, Millennium Falcon is what I'm thinking of. It doesn't look like that. No. But no, I'm not thinking of the bounty hunters. Okay, number 8. This one's easy. Andrew, please tell me you got this one.
Yes, I did know this one. But
I was just going to have one screen, but I thought that's too hard, so I've left more.
Brian doesn't watch enough TV by the sounds of things.
It's too busy with Baby Yoda. I'll give you a clue on
Yeah,
this. There are 3 more screens below. There are 7 screens in total. And the computer could access 2 networks simultaneously, as quoted by the actress in the movie. Almost said her name, but I would have given too much away. Actually, I fancy watching that again. I might watch that tonight. This one's really hard. I can't even remember what it is without looking it up. Which one was this one?
You really like to make this.
I can't
Well, I think
what
from
this
now
one
on,
was.
Eddie's allowed to do a picture round again. If you thought my picture round was hard,
I can't
right,
think what this one
next week
was.
next week I'm going to do what I believe to be a really easy picture round, and we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
You know,
This one's really hard.
round.
Oh, I know what I think this one was. If I made it any lower and you saw the TV screen, the monitor that it's on, it would be a dead giveaway. Bill Quid's bio.
It'd be a giveaway. A webcam on a monitor. What a giveaway. It's a photo from Eddie's room.
This one's easy. So this one, what is the TV series? But bonus point of 2 extra points, not 1, but 2, if you can guess her character name in the TV series. But you must get the TV series first, and then you can get extra 2 points if you can guess what her name is in the TV series. And then I think that's it. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning of those 2 rounds. I can't remember these. Let me just open the answers up because I've forgotten already.
We'll give everyone a quick moment just in case they want to see anything again. We're going to get straight in. How'd everyone find that? Confident? Not confident? I'm not feeling confident. And I think we're going to be lucky if people have scored 4 out of 5 here, 4 out of 20 on this last lot. I think that would be a good score to get.
Okay, so this movie, the hacker movie, was with Angelina Jolie, and the main character, his name was Crash Override, his handle, and hers was Acid Burn. It's an old movie, but it's still good. So how many people got that? I'd be curious to know. Okay, this one, I'd like to think people would get this one, so write the answers in the chat, but I can't wait too long. But do write them in the chat. But
This is just there's a lot of other places that reference the same things.
exactly,
It's not
yeah.
Die Hard. But it's just what would be the outcome of a hacker doing what they were doing in Die Hard. What do people deem that to be? And they try to run scenarios on this stuff.
It's a fire sale because everything must go. Uh, the movie Black Hat, the main character hacks the CIA by. If you haven't seen this movie, it's actually quite good as well. It's got the who's the guy? Who's the
How I
main guy in
hacked it.
it? Um, he's the Thor guy. I can't think of his name. I can't think of his name, but the
You like
guy who
to
plays Thor.
ask? Yeah, yeah, I can picture who it is. I'm just trying to think of his name.
And he hacks. There's a few answers you could give for this, but he hacks the CIA by asking them to reset their password, asking them to change their password. He has a. So you could say okay, by email because he actually creates a PDF document, emails it to them, and it says please change your password. When he clicks on it, it allows them access. He did it in like 30 seconds. It was kind of not real at all, but it was a good movie generally speaking. Who is Sonic's enemy? I didn't know this. I actually had to look this up. He's got two names, and it's Dr. Eggman, or I will also accept Eggman.
It's really just one name. Just you didn't. The Doctor was optional.
Yeah.
Chris
So,
Hemsworth as well, by the way.
Chris Hemsworth, yes, that's the one. So, this one, name 5 Mario characters. So, you could have Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, Princess Daisy, Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Bowser, Bowser, Bowser Jr., Wario, Waluigi, Toad, Toadette. I didn't know it was Toadette. Yoshi, Birdo. Who's Birdo? I don't know.
There's a few new ones. Well, a friend of ours, Dave, who I doubt is on here either at the moment, he got me to install the latest Mario Kart on my iPad, and my word, have they added a lot of characters. There's got to be about 50. I mean, you've got like 17 there. I think they've got about 50 on that new Mario Kart game. It's crazy how many characters they're adding.
Is
I
it a
think they're
good
making
game
up as
though?
well. I think there's like screen's not changing on Brian's end. It looks like it's okay on YouTube to me. Um, you might have got a bit of connectivity issues there, Brian. What's next,
Yeah.
Frogger?
How is the game though? Is it worth installing and playing?
Oh, the Mario Kart one. Yeah, it wasn't. It's not bad. I've not played it a huge amount. Maybe after this, I'll have a quick round on there. But yeah, it's not bad. It's not the same as using it on a game console, though. I think the game console is just you don't feel quite as immersed into it. I think the iPad is missing those controls, that sort of tactile feel that you get. Because when I used to play on the Nintendo, you would like turn your whole body wanting to get you go around a corner faster. But with the iPad, you don't really do that. It's just I don't know. It's not the same.
Fair enough. What was the objective of the
Question one.
game, Frogger?
David says, "Oh yes, he's right. The background's not changing. The foreground is. Have you been updating the pages for
Oh,
the questions?
I haven't. No, sorry, my bad.
Reading, reading through them all.
I was
Okay.
reading through them on a different screen. No, Brian, you are right. Um, so this one was fire
Looking at other.
sale, and this one was email or kind of PDF. Ask them to reset their password. This one was I've forgotten already. Doctor Eggman, I think. And this one there was loads. I read them out. Won't read them again, as you need me to.
Mario,
I
Luigi, Princess Peach, Princess Daisy, Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Bowser, Bowser Jr., Wario, Waluigi, Toad, Toadette, Yoshi, Birdo, Koopalings, Rosalina, and Kamek. There we go. That was very quick.
thank you. What was the objective of the game Frogger?
Where we're up to.
Yep, number 6. It was to get the frog to the empty frog house.
I thought the aim was to just get the frog run over, fall in the
That's why he didn't
water.
do very well. Duck Hunt was released on which console first?
The original Nintendo, isn't it?
Nintendo, the NES. So the next one is what two things, not do things, what two things could you do with a banana in Mario Kart? But Andrew says there's three. Andrew usually cheats, so let's just see what his was.
Well, the one of those is something you can do with a lot of the items. Well,
Okay, I don't
so
think.
one that you haven't put down is that you could just trail it around behind you to protect you from someone firing a shell or whatever at you. So you could just hold it down and it would just follow you around behind you. And it became like a mini shield.
Yeah, in the newer one, right, for the Wii, just like Jose's written. I'm thinking for the older one. Brian, wipe your
I
bum.
thought you did most of them for a long time. Maybe the very first one you couldn't, but
Okay.
most
And the other
of them.
two were put it on the ground, obvious, and then shoot it forward. But you are right, you could trail it behind you. I think in the newer ones you probably could. This ruined the Mr. Robot series for me when I saw this. So the FBI walks into the room and he's holding what? But says, I have his hard drive. We can find out who he is. And he's holding a power supply with all the cables coming out. And I'm just thinking, these clowns. Ruined it for me. Couldn't watch it after that.
Maybe it was just a combined power supply and hard drive in one.
They work well together. Especially put some magnets in there too.
Absolutely.
What was the name of the server in Silicon Valley from the guy Guilfoyle? He called his server Anton. Right, picture round with real, partly pictures. Real parts of pictures.
If I do this, does it reset it for you? It doesn't look like it will reset it. Sharing it, okay.
I'm breaking it.
I was trying to see if I change at my end, would it update for you? So you don't have
No,
to
we
fiddle
tried that. I
around.
tried that last time. I have to refresh it on this side.
Okay.
So we can try and make it bigger. I can exit it and make it bigger, maybe. If people
Yeah,
want to
let's
see
bring
it,
that
it'd
off.
be good for them to see it, I suppose, right? So if I can make this bigger, right? Give
If
people
you
a bit
just
more.
right
Oh,
click and
oh,
do
there you go. You see all of it. Right click and do.
that image down there.
Oh, there we go. Hackers. There you go. Who got that one? Next. See, that's why I couldn't raise it anymore, because then you'd see it says Mr. Robot on his badge and it would be too much of a giveaway.
You could have shown the rest of his head to see the person.
Yeah, that would have been a giveaway.
I think that would, I mean, it's still hard enough for most people to think when you see the picture, you go, "Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is, but what's the name?" That's how you want people to be thinking.
This one was a bit harder.
Ah, I think Brian might have one of them coming up.
I think one was a war game. Yeah? Mr. Robot 1 I wouldn't have got either. Actually, I don't think I would have got any of these. This is a good movie, a good German movie. This one you all got for sure, right? Even Brian. Come on, Brian. You ready? Count me down. 3, 2,
One.
1. Come on! I showed like I'm pointing at the screen. You're not going to see me where I'm pointing. That's really stupid. But I kind of showed the middle part. You know, the good groin area with the guns and the jackets and the legs and no. Okay, next one. Brian, you know which one this is? Yeah, Jose, Matrix, exactly. Oops, went back to a different one. If I reset this one, War Games. Terrible, terrible movie. Don't watch this one.
What's next? The pizza guy.
Oh yeah, the pizza guy. You're all going to kick yourself when you see this. He's playing on a little typewriter thing. Oh, it's a bit small. It
Yeah.
wasn't a massive picture. I don't know why it's so small. The Imitation Game.
Even if you're given the full picture, I would have struggled to get that.
Really?
Yeah. That's okay. Done now.
This
This one,
one.
I still think, even though I know what it is, it looks like it should be out of Star Wars.
We mentioned it before. Die Hard 4. Extra point. What's this guy's name? I've forgotten what it is. I know Bruce Willis calls him Dump Truck. Okay, 7 screens. Clever one. Yeah, it was a tricky one. So I took a page out of your book. So this one, 7 screens, dual network, swordfish. Warlock! Yes, Brian, thank you. It was Warlock. See, Brian knows a good movie when he sees it. That was a good. I enjoyed Die Hard 4. I know people
Die
hated
Hard
it,
was
but I
good.
enjoyed it.
All the Die Hard was good.
I should watch all of these geek tech movies again. They're all really good. Okay, this one, I forget what this one is. Oh, I remember now. It's quite a good movie. Untraceable. That's why I couldn't go down. Oops. So I couldn't go down to the screen because you'd kind of give it away. But I could have had the two people's faces. But yeah, it was a quite a good movie. There was talk of web servers.
I wouldn't kick yourself too much, Brian. Eddie's made these really hard again. I think he loves to just make it so that only he knows the answer.
But I didn't even know the answer to this one. I forgot. Last but not least, I know this answer. And I probably would have got this one.
I think this was a fair picture, this one.
See, I was nice.
But
Making it bigger
you still
didn't
had
help.
to have watched the series, though.
So yes, Person of Interest. It's a good series. And the bonus, what was her name? I didn't put the answer, but her name was Root.
That's root as in computer, ROOT, not root
Yep.
as in driving.
Yes, the computer root, Linux root. Doctor Who?
It does look quite. Could have been a Dalek targeting her, right?
Yeah, Person of Interest was good. I should watch it again, actually. I don't think I ever finished it. I think it was a good season.
Wow, that was it.
And that was the end. So what are the scores? What is everyone's scores? Let's have a look.
And we promise we'll do it again next week, and we're going to pair it right back. 'Cause I'd love to hear what the scores are, but I get a feeling that not as high as last week. Last week, I think we had some good, reasonable scores. I think we had people in the mid-20s. We did 40 points. Well, I think it was about 45 points you could get last week. There were people in sort of mid to high 20s, which wasn't too bad. I get a feeling we're a bit lower today, probably in the 10, 15 area, maybe.
When we had
Yeah, more questions.
extra 10 questions, yeah. So let us know in the chat if it was what your results are. Honestly, no cheating, and let us know if we'll know from the results if it was too hard. We should make it easier next time. So we're quite keen to gauge it, and then as we do it every Friday at 9 o'clock, we will get better at kind of getting that balance. First 5 being easier, and next 5 being a bit harder, but not impossible. Okay, what was my theme in the general knowledge? General knowledge theme? Oh, my mic's disappeared down my top. I don't know if people can hear me or not. There we
Hear
go,
the
it's back again.
rustling.
There we go, it's back again.
Give it
Uh,
I think
Ethan got
almost
12. Probably got
Brian was going
3.
around. 12's pretty good. I would say that I probably would have only got about 15 out of that, to be fair. So
It's good,
yeah,
yeah.
12's good.
Probably got 3. Note the
And
theme, no
Amazon.
English history. I got 6. Okay, I think Andrew's right. Next time we should make the quiz um, a bit easier. I think maybe Andrew and me shouldn't do the questions last minute, and we should, vet each other's questions.
Last minute, I'd done my questions by 5 o'clock today. They were all done, ready. When did you do yours, Eddie?
Like 10 minutes
I,
before.
I suppose this is where it'd be good to get some feedback, right? Because when I did it, I wrote the questions. I then went through them and said to myself, would I score about 50%? Because I don't think I'm great at these quizzes generally. So I wanted to see, would I think if I was to do this quiz myself, would I score 50% on those questions? I felt that was a good benchmark. I thought, yeah, I could probably get half of what I've done right. So out of the 20 questions I made, I thought I could probably get 10 of those reasonably happily, maybe a couple more if my brain was in the game. Which is why I reckon I would have only got 15 out of the whole thing because there were a couple of yours that I would have had as well. But, yeah, it was. I think that was a tough quiz. So hopefully you don't feel too stressed by it. I hope it was a nice, relaxing way to finish the day. Right, just finish the week on a nice, relaxing quiz. We will definitely improve it next week. We'll try and make it easier again. Because last week I think we were probably about there on the balance. I think we went a little bit too extreme here. But it was good fun still. I enjoyed myself. Hopefully everyone watching enjoys it, even if it was just laughing at us talking a bit and being our usual self these things.
Yes, so we will definitely be back next Friday, 9 o'clock. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on the video. It really helps support the channel. And subscribe and hit that bell button if you want to get notified when we release other videos and other live streams. And we're doing coding live streams, working on the quiz platform. We'll do a few other live streams throughout the week of coding. Andrew wants to do some more coding this weekend, and he'll live stream it, he was saying. So let's encourage him to do that.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll keep encouraging you.
I've got plenty of work to be doing this weekend, that's for sure. But how much will it? I'll be able to live stream out of it because some of it's client work I need to do this weekend. But I will. I will try and find some time to do a stream.
No problem at all. We will do the quiz platform live stream, the open source project as well. So hopefully in the future we can actually see in real time what your answers are, and then we can kind of, I suppose, gauge if we should give more hints or not. And we've got some ideas. We'd like to do that kind of like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? We wanted to say, can you like ask a friend, but instead of asking a friend, it's kind of like, we'll ask the audience. You can see what everyone's answers are, not individually, but you could say, if it's multiple choice, you can say, well, the other people playing the game, 4 of them put A, 3 of them put B, and then you can make a decision of which one you think the answer should be. Pictures of poo. Okay, Brian, we'll make some more coding ones. We'll do some Python, some JavaScript, Node. We should do some of those rounds, right, Andrew?
Charles, really. Well, we were going to do a coding round this week, weren't we? But we didn't get round to putting some code questions. So yeah, I think we will try and get a coding round in next time rather than 2 picture rounds. We'll have 1 coding round in there.
Sounds good. Okay, well, everyone, have a great evening and a great weekend. And it was awesome to have our Friday night game night with you. We really enjoyed it, and we hope you had fun too. Don't forget, by all means, give us feedback and suggestions, and we'll definitely take them on board.
Yes, thank you for coming, and yeah, join us next week. I'm sure we will be online. Well, Eddie's got his on his channel as well. He's doing a lunchtime special, lunch with Eddie.
Yeah,
Not
every
sure it's not
lunchtime,
really.
1 till 2 UK time, and I'll be bringing some guests in. Feel free to join us. And I'm actually live streaming tomorrow lunchtime for GDG Cloud on Dialogflow and chatbots and like Alexa style things. 1 till 2, also tomorrow actually UK time. So feel free to join me on my channel then.
Cool.
Bye
Well,
everyone.
thank you. Good night.